This is a short strengthening practice for the glutes, the back, the hips, and the thighs that you can just do on the floor at any point in your day to just add a little strengthening re-engagement of the lower body, especially if you sit a lot during the day. So let's get started. Come to the floor, stretch your legs out, widen your legs a little bit, and do what I call the flip-flops. Great way to get your internal and external rotators kind of working together, communicating, hydrating the hip joints, getting those femurs moving, stretching piriformis, freeing some binding around the sciatic nerve in the buttocks, shaking out the fascia, awakening the nerves. This little practice does so much good. So we're going to keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, do it real fast, and 1. Feel the aliveness in your feet, the aliveness in your legs, and now we're going to come to hands and knees. All fours. Shake your arms out a little bit. Great. Place your hands about yoga mat distance apart, or if you're not on a yoga mat, a little wider than shoulder height. And we're going to tuck the toes under. Concentric core strength, hissing, drawing the belly in, but not over tucking the pelvis, just stabilizing the center. And then the left toes go back, toes on the floor. And then you're going to lift 5 times. 5, 4, keep that belly drawn in. 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, pulse 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do a balance. You can reach the right arm forward. And if you're flexible enough, you could grab the top of the left foot with the right hand and go up into a back bend. Look forward. Release back to the alternate arm and leg reach, and then back down to the floor. Sit back a moment, stretch your chest, stretch your armpits down toward the floor. Big breath. And then back up to all fours. Now we're going to do the right side. Right toes tucked under on the floor. Keep that foot flexed as you lift up for 5, 4, 3. Have that concentric core center going on. 2, 1. I might have done an extra. Keep the knee bent now and pulse for 5, 4. Foot is flexed. 3. Toes are spread. 2, 1. Hold it there. Reach the left arm forward now. Maybe reach back, grab the top of the foot, push the foot into the hand, push the foot up to the sky, look forward, back to the reach, and then everything comes back down. Sit back down towards child's pose, stretch the arms forward, deep breath, and then rise up, and then we're going to do some fire hydrant poses. So you're going to lift the knee out to the side. So if I come toward the camera, it looks like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leg goes out, leg comes back in, drop the knee, other side, and I'm going to do it this way now. So you can see I keep my belly engaged, but not over tucking, right? Still long in the spine. Bring your active posture into it, lengthening front and back ribs together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch the leg out straight, bend it back in, drop the knee to the floor. Now knees come together in center, and the hips go side to side. Great. Then lengthen your body, knees are back, little mini push-ups, modified plank, Knees, hips, and shoulders are all in a nice line, right? I like to hug my legs toward each other while I do that. If you kind of squeeze the knees toward each other, that engages those inner thighs all the way up to the pelvic floor and deep core. And then just little mini push-ups. Could just be this. Could just be 1 inch. Could be lower. Just do 5 or 8. Notice, does one side work more than the other? Do you kind of collapse to one side more quickly? See if you can keep that even. I'm going to do one more. And then we're going to do a lats stretch through the whole side body. Hips over the knees. Walk the hands over to the right. Go down on the right elbow. Stretch the left arm forward. Drop the armpit in the head. Push the hips back. Then come up. I'm going to face the camera this time. Walk the hands to the left. Drop the left elbow. Stretch the right arm forward. Push the hips back, opening through that whole right side of the body. Take a nice big breath. Great. Come back up and then go to your back. Oop. All right. On your back, concentric core strength, drawing everything in towards center. Watch that you don't hyper tuck the pelvis under. Keep a little slight arch in the low back. Hiss. Breathe, but keep that engagement. Reach the right leg up to the sky. Circle the ankle. And then lower and lift. And lower and lift. Keep that concentric core activation through the center of your body. If you're not sure what that is, I'll link in the description. Dropping. Now we can get a little more fancy with it. You could press your foot into the floor. You could bring your arms down by your sides, upper arms on the floor, palms face each other, and then push the buttocks up. 4, we're going to do 3 more now. 3, 2, and 1. Push the upper arms into the floor, elbows press into the floor. Don't over tuck the chin. Keep a little softness between the chin and the chest, and then lower and lower all the way down. Take a breath in. Belly's relaxed. Exhale. And then hissing, draw that concentric core strength, everything drawing in towards center. Try to keep that engagement as you go to breathing. Breath may be more in the chest now. And then you're going to hug that left leg in. And then move into some hip flexor strengthening, so just lower. Your hip flexor strengthening might just look like this. Just a little bit, just holding it up might be strengthening for you. If you can go further, almost to the floor, go ahead and do that. And then pull, without your hands, pull the leg toward you so that you're using the quads and the hip flexors to stretch the hamstrings and the glutes. 2 more times. 2. And 1, pull it in, pull it in. Leg goes up 90 degrees-ish at the hips. Now press your right foot into the floor, press your upper arms and elbows into the floor, and push up to bridge. You might just stay there, or you might just push up a little tiny bit. I'm going to go for the full pose. We're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push in, softness in the chin, and then lower down to the floor. Everything comes down to the floor, and you're going to roll right onto your belly. Belly. Come to your elbows in what we call Sphinx pose in yoga world. And And then press into your hands for a little cobra. And lowering down. Now the arms come down by your sides. Keep the head off the floor for now. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other and then lift everything up behind you. Arms are going up and back, palms face the floor, legs lift up, strengthening the back body. And down. Keep the upper body lifted. Keep the back of the neck long. And one more time, lift. Squeeze, lift. Squeeze, 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 lift higher. Everything down now. Stack your hands, place your forehead on your hands, bend your knees, and upside down windshield wipers, drop the feet side to side. Great. Come back to all fours. Do a little cat-cow, lifting forward on the inhale. Curl and exhale. 2 more times, lift. Curl and exhale. Last one. Great. Take a moment to thank yourself for doing that little strengthening routine. Good job. And I'll see you in the next one.